You can tell he don't join the Illuminati. Look at him. Yeah, the only movie I ever liked he made was The Taken. After that, I was like, he's one of them. Let me try to. Is it Amazon Prime? Jurassic Reborn.
Contained in this building, right? We just need to get out of here and get to the docks. I think we're about 500 feet to the nearest exit. That's it. 500 feet.
How many are out there? What do you mean? How many eggs do we have, or how many hatched? Yeah, both.
15 eggs. You've hatched so far.
I only.
No, we have an armory. We'll be fine. If they attack.
Oh, if they attack, you'll be dead.
If they attack, I'll just shoot it. You can't.
Okay, bullets don't kill them. Why not? Okay, well, actually, in our research, we found that raptors have a thick layer underneath their skin, much like deep sea fish. That thick layer absorbs the energy of anything that impacts it.
See that box? Subscribe.
Yeah, makes sense.
Impenetrable.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean we can't
Makes the
open
channel
stuff up.
impenetrable. You click the subscribe.
So, what are we even debating
And
here?
your screen isn't even penetrable, so not gonna hurt it if you tap
We
it.
have to go.
Okay,
Now.
listen.
Yeah, tap gun.
Report's a straight shot,
It's a tap gun.
but we'll be exposed the entire way.
It's a gun that's Bluetooth, but its job is when you press it, it double taps the screen for you. That's a good invention. Somebody use it on a live. Call it a tap gun instead of a cap gun. Then instead of capping, you can say be tapping. What else they got? Dog Patrol. Operation Santa Paws.
We can alright then. Now the fun begins. You let Johnny get away with the jewels. You're a moron.
I'm stretching anyway. I'm stretch between every rep.
This is an original.
The craziest thing that you can imagine happening at the fairgrounds. Does everybody know about this?
Oh, let me try setting the phone up here.
What happened exactly?
On top of this thing.
They
No, I won't go inside though. Nah, it's too high up probably. No, that's good.
I'm burned What do you mean something?
Put him in a corner, timeout. Did she just say her baby daddy?
No, I promise. No one is going to end up dead. Yeah.
The Karen just called her.
These things have been running all over town killing folks.
You can tell that's a Democrat movie. Make sure you say baby daddy.
How do we hold them off?
No, you gotta say it like this.
The river side.
Carl, I need you to go get more waffle cones. We only have like 2 left. And hurry up, apparently there's aliens invading.
Movies are stupid. Let's see if I can go to YouTube. If I go on my channel while I'm on here, does it kick me off? I don't know. think last time it didn't, like the volume was off. How you doing? Oh, what's up, Trina? What's up, Trina? Pretty good. It's Friday, you know. And I see Flex, the brand of tools that I use, this company, they came out with a new saw to cut granite countertops. You know, countertops that, not quartzite, but a granite. Maybe quartzite too, but it's like a big countertop saw. So, yeah, I'm happy I saw that was coming out. Yeah, I can make somebody's home look good with it. No, I'm practicing fabricating countertops myself anyway. Let me do some of these flies. Remember, I put my elbows back and a little bend in them, and I make sure my shoulders are not shrugged up. You put your shoulder blades in your back pocket, boom, and leave them there. And then put a little bend. Little bend in it. Even though you're going to bring it all the way up, you still want a little bend in it, so you don't hurt your tendon or your joints. And get you some, you know, something 5 pounds, 8 pounds, 10 pounds, 15 maximum, I'd say, or whatever you're good at normally doing without hurting yourself. Always use lightweight. At least that's my goal. I'm not trying to be like a huge bodybuilder and keep going up on weight. I just want to maintain healthy condition. And produce natural endorphins. The top 4 ways that I know of from endorphins, number 1 is exercise. I would say number 2 is vitamin C, and then spicy food, organic chocolate. But exercise is the number 1 way. That's why if you ever heard the term, and you like from Olympic runners, the runner's high. They get a euphoria that gets released from the amount of units of endorphins, which you can get up to like 1,000 units per at a time or more. But you can get that from vitamin C and exercise. And that endorphins gives you kind of like a whoo, like get up and get going kind of. So anyway, you get endorphins. The number 1 way I know of is exercise. That's why I tell people who are in rehabilitation from detoxing from medications or substances, alcohol, whatever, is to exercise during your recovery. Exercise, exercise, exercise. Because most people your body is filled with natural opioid receptors, and what sticks to those opioid receptors are our endorphins. Now, when you don't have endorphins, the only reason that would be is if you're sick and they're clogged, or with them covered with the mucus or something, or if there's something there blocking it, such as medications. Medications and drugs will, whether they're benzos, opiates, alcohol, whatever, it will stick to there, kick off your organic endorphin. Now you got this chemical version. That's why I don't like sugar. Chemical version, super concentrated 100 times. But anyway, and then endorphins, once they're taken over, they're going to give up, and they're not going to grow anymore because they're going to keep trying to stick to the receptor. They're not going to stick, and what's going to happen is now you're dependent on whatever that substance is. And if you quit taking it, you will go through a withdrawal or a detox first, and then a withdrawal. And it can take a month and a half, maybe more, because that's how long it takes, about 30 days or more for your endorphins to grow back. Because they're usually covered with the really slimy resin that the medication or drug or alcohol, whatever, leaves behind, that clogs the hole where the units of endorphins are released. And usually the endorphins travel through pathways all throughout your body. And usually like 5 to 10 endorphins at a time is normal. When people take substances, they're trying to multiply those endorphins to get that euphoria feeling, like 1,000 endorphins at a time. Like, that's crazy. It's okay if it's organic, but when it's chemical version, it's very damaging and it can clog your body, cause lifetime, 10-year, 20-year, or lifetime addiction, overdose, deaths, alcohol, seizures, whatever, side effects, bone decay. But yeah, so natural endorphins, I always tell people to look for, and that's the way to get out of that, is to exercise your way. When I was quitting nicotine, I started exercising very strongly. Doing calisthenics gym. If I use heavy weights, I make sure it's on the machine. I don't like some place called Cellular Sales. I guess they're trying to sell me a cell phone. It could have been a company. I doubt it though. I'll call them back later. Alright, I've already stretched a little. Do some more toe touches. My legs, I can feel them just from those little bit of squats I do every day. Every day I do one set of squats. I still have a day where I do a lot of squats, but I do 1 to 2 sets of 25 squats or more. Sometimes I'll hit 30, 35, depending on how I'm feeling. And I do those in the middle or at the end, or sometimes both in my workout, because you want to release natural HGH. If you're releasing your natural HGH, you're going to double your workout. Because that HGH fluid is only released from the lower body workout. That's the main way you're going to get it. So doing squats or leg presses, even if you're doing partial leg press, I would recommend full leg press is a really good workout. And do them inclined so your feet are up. Yeah. But yeah, so I'm gonna work on just like pretend you're making a muscle. You squeeze your bicep. All right. So you want to remember that flexation. Make it memory. Practice it, and then do that flexation. Make sure you're using that muscle to lift. And you don't try not to tense your forearm. Try to leave your forearm just like a rope, and like your hand is a hook attached to that rope, just holding a dumbbell. So you're not trying to use your wrist flexation or your forearm yet. I like to just work on the bicep today. But we'll get both going at the same time. Dumbbells are good for control, and so that both muscles grow at the same pace. So that one arm isn't lifting the load more than the other arm. That way then you end up with one skinny arm, one big arm. That's common. This is a way to fix that too. I'll go slow and hold it. I'll do that for a few reps. Just trying to get the bicep tired, and then I'm going to start pumping it with partial reps. I make stop all Orlando today. Oh, I was reading a message, sorry. Squeeze the bicep. Don't squeeze the forearm. Unless that's what you're working on, great. But if you want to work on the forearms, flip your hands over. Depress your shoulders again. Put a little bend in your arm, like this. Depress the shoulder. Bring your arms out a little bit, like that. And we're gonna you want them out so you can. I kind of bring the lats out and work on the forearm. Try not to shrug your shoulders up. Make sure they're down. Because shrugging can help you lift it, and then it's taking the load off the muscle. You want that tension on the muscle. So make sure you're depressed shoulders. If you see them sneaking back up, force them back down. Sometimes it takes practice, not just knowing. Knowing is never key. Practice what you're knowing is key. I'm using my forearm and my lats. That's why I got it wider. Because I'm wider because I'm activating the lats. You can also activate them close and pushing the arm out and turning. You can bring the lats out like that, your wings. But there's different muscles all the way. It's all connected to your lat muscle. And the muscles that cover the ribs. The adrenal pineal gland, the muscle here. That's hard to hit. And then doing the crossover or the hammers off Dotman curls. Is this where you're rotation it? Squeeze bicep. And then I'll grab the grip at the bottom so it's a little harder. Try not to use the wrist other than holding it. And I'll continue the hammer curls. You can do that laying down and make it like skull crushers, or where you go up over more towards you. But you gotta lay down to do those. Do some more of those. Forearm. Always tighten your core, tighten your abs are up. It helps protect your spine, as well as help keep you balanced and stable and in form. Stretching. I made sure I went all the way up and down. I tried to go a little slower. Like I do see people doing push-up challenge, but trying to like do like push-ups like they're, you know, but yeah, I don't know. It's hard to make it official. You got to make sure, kind of like, you want to make sure someone watches over or checks the footage, because some reps don't, if you're doing, what kind of push-up? Are you just doing random? Because, you know, even if it's 90% full rep, 10% partial, nobody does perfect push-ups every single one, all of them. I mean, maybe close. But you want to make sure you go all the way down, all the way up, if you're doing like some record. And if you're doing the record and you're, because you know, I don't want like to have like 1 million followers one day and then this video, or the guy thinks I'm talking about him, but I'm just like, man. And then you got a bunch of food next to you while you're doing it. I'm like, is that really, I don't know. I see that people, I mean, I guess that's good, but I'll say some of them are like less than halfway, like almost like a burnout. Remember, burnouts, I can bust 110 fast and do a couple back to back. Like I've done 3 sets of burnout in one 20-minute live, which was 330 push-ups. So I did 330 push-ups in less than 30 minutes. So it's 110 push-ups every 10 minutes or more. But again, those were burnouts. Burnouts, they look like they're hard, but once you see, they're hard, but it's more of the burning. And you just go until you burn and can't, and until you burn out, and it's just, you're in maximum pump mode. It's like, okay, think about when you're pumping a tire with a bicycle. When you go up, it feels easy. The pressure starts when you're going down. So it's like, just keep going down. Forget the going up part. You know, so that's usually targeting one muscle instead of transferring the load to the next muscle to the next, and you're working on all of them, doing a full rep, working all the muscles, full rep, all the muscle. You know, as you go up, you're transferring from first the chest to here, to the shoulders, to the, you know, forearms, bicep. Sometimes the shoulders end up taking most of the load if the hands aren't placed underneath, or if you're not practiced on doing them wide or diamonds. That's the only way the hands wouldn't be underneath. Wides mean your hands are wider than your shoulder. Diamonds means they're in the middle, and you're making the diamond. When it's upside down, it makes a diamond shape. But you gotta make sure the touch, there's a millimeter gap, boom, I'm gonna say it's partial diamond. Gotta touch. But before I did full diamonds, I would practice and just start out doing like that, and then that, until boom. And then I was doing, you want to be able to do 5 reps of 20 or 2 reps of 50, and then a bunch of 20s and 10s until you want to be able to do a bunch of them before you move to like the next difficult one or the next difficult one or whichever. You want to train if you're doing normal push-ups and you've been doing them for years, the normal push-ups is just your hands on your shoulder and you're in the arrow position, so they're out. Your hands aren't flared out, but your arms are. So you're making the arrow shape, like your arm are like that, your hands are like that. Hands right under the shoulders. That's it. That's technically a normal push-up. And your balance is straight, your back is straight, your core is tight. But all push-ups are beneficial. There's none that are bad, but you just want to make sure you're flexing the right muscle that you're working on. Have a goal in mind other than just surviving the push-ups and making your different muscles each time, because you're not, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want to be trying to make your chest and your shoulders do the most of the work. You want to try to actually work on your bicep. You know, make sure your core is tighten your core every time, improve it, and do exercises that strengthen your core, like planks or 6 inches. Or some of the Mike Tyson's, there's a bunch of Mike Tyson's workouts. There's like a list of workouts that he revealed that he did when he came out of incarceration. Some involves someone helping you do the workout. That's the kind we did when personal training and PT. But I'll reveal that when I have a helper one day. My wife doesn't want to be on camera, so I was like, that's okay. So I'll have a coworker help me out one day or something. I'm like, I'm paying you by the hour. Get over here and help me. Pulse chain, yeah, pretty good. If a troll was to really be a troll, they should act friendly and get to know the person for a year and then start trolling out of nowhere. That would be ultimate troll. Getting kicked out as soon as you're in the chat really didn't do much, you know what I mean? Now we're gonna do the Y's. You go up and then Y out. Or kind of Y up, like a V. So, kind of like, and then I'm trying to work on the traps on this one. Traps, lats, and forearm wrist. No, I always use the weight to help me stretch because you don't have to have somebody pulling on the arm. The weight kind of helps a little. Let me use the weight on this one. I usually do this without the weight, but it helps. Yeah, stretch. To keep the hands spaced apart evenly. Alright, get that leg against the wall again. Let me get this one down here. Just in case somebody is trying to do this leg stretch, I've been doing it every day for over a few weeks now. And it still hurts every day, but my goal is to do it where I don't feel no more pain in it from stretching them. Now, usually when I do the toe touches, I'm feeling it mostly back here near the ACL and all these muscles in the calf. A little bit in the back of the thigh. Okay, this is gonna work the front and the back, but mainly you're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel your whole thigh leg here pulling up this way and that way. Whatever, strings, tendons, flexors, whatever. But so you put one leg like this against the wall flat. See, that thing's flat up against there. Not a millimeter in between the knee. So I'll put a dumbbell there just to make sure it doesn't roll or come up. And then keep that flat against the wall. You don't have to work on the foot. You can put it to the side if you got to, but just make sure the leg's flat. I'm gonna do the foot too though. And then lift this knee up. And slowly push back. The first time I did it, I was tipping over. So I will tell you, if you haven't done it before, you get your knee against that wall. Keep your one hand here, one hand on your leg, and lift it up. And then slowly brace yourself. Push up off the knee. Grab the dumbbell if you need to. Your leg ain't gonna go nowhere. You can see I can't feel those fingers behind there or nothing. But I'm using this to hold and one hand on the wall. Push my head back, make my head touch the wall. Try to get my back straight. And just hold it. You're gonna feel it pulling here. That pain is good though, don't run from it. If you do, get back in there and hold it. That's the goal of the whole point of stretching, is you're gonna stretch that muscle every day till it doesn't hurt, because it's gonna be fully stretched. And you're gonna activate your mobility, your hips, golfer's neck, all of that is repaired by doing this. As well as we're working on releasing that fluid from the lower body workouts. I'm holding it longer. Yesterday I just did 15 seconds. So remember yesterday I committed today to doing 30 or more. So I believe I've done 45 to a minute holding this now. All right, let's get out of there. Do the other leg. Yesterday I couldn't hold it that long, it hurt. All right, so we're gonna get the knee against the wall. There, you want to thump it, knock and lock it. And then up. Go far back as you can. If your head can't touch the wall, that's okay, but just make sure you don't fall over. Put your hand on the wall if you got to. And just close your eyes and breathe. It's easier than counting or count in your mind. Every breath, make a second. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Shoulders. I'm gonna do some arm rotations, so I'm gonna do those too. Alright. I'm sure I'm past the 30 seconds now. Alright. Whew. Yes, I felt it, but I was able to hold it and it didn't bother me as much. I wasn't running from the pain that much like I did the first day. First day I had to stop and get back up and get back in it. Second day almost, but the third and fourth day I was able to put my head against the wall like I was now. The first 2 days I wasn't. My legs stretched so much I couldn't go back further. But now it's like better and better. I might have to check my height, see if I grew 1/4 of a millimeter. But yeah, click that little box up there that says subscribe. YouTube should put a W so everybody has to say subscribe like a toddler. But remember, after we do our upper body, just a few sets, but every time, throw a set of squats in. And we're doing the decline squats. So the feet are going up. The heels are up on the dumbbell. Knees are no bend in the knees. We're making sure when we bend our knees, they don't pass your toes. If they pass your toes, it means you're leaning too much forward. If you can't lean back because I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna hold the weight, just a small weight, but hold it against your core. Tighten your core too. Anyway, don't do that, but put it against the core, tighten it. Make sure your heels are up on the other dumbbell. And then don't let your knees go past your toes. That's it. You gotta practice leaning back, going slow and all the way down. But you can feel it a lot more doing the decline. So I'm trying to do that. Not too much to where I hurt. I mean, I could feel them this morning. But that's why I do the stretches also every time I get done doing some exercise. And I stretch before and after the exercise and in between every rep. Or in between every set. And you never want to pinch a nerve, so when you're stretching, and you don't come up really fast. Like, don't be explosive on that. Alright. Alright, get some push-ups, some curls, some squats, some flies, some forearms, some extensions, some crossovers, some Zoffman curls, some hammer curls. So that was enough for a quick workout. Click that box up there, please. Subscribe. And, yeah, tap me up. Oh, I gotta show the dogs. You guys ready to go for a walk? He's sleeping, dreaming. Let's see. She's over there shaking her tail because she knows. Look, he's sleeping. High five. What's up, I'm pretty sure these are toddlers, but yeah. Never let another person's trolling control the outcome of your day. When you don't respond to them at all and you just block them, that's just pretty much what I do. So. I have a bunch of words blocked so that, trust me, there would be a lot more trolling, but I typed in every cuss word for blocking. Every slur, curse word I've already put to be blocked, so. Yeah. Remove. What's up, Aspect? What time did you send that? 10:33? Oh, that was a long time ago. I'm late to the comments? What? Let me find out. I don't read the comments on time. Even my dog just went, oh. Eddie. Look, he woke up because I called her name. Oh, his head went back down. Lucky you're busted. This is Sachi. It means lucky in English. And area. It's just area. No. We done exercising for the day. Yeah. Now we finna go for the walk. That's exercise, but you know what I mean? We're done with the dumbbells. Now let's get one more set in. Biceps. Let's see. We'll do some more no flies. Focus on the lats. Make the wings come out. You want a little bend in those arms. Don't have them look straight. Even though you're going all the way up, just don't have them straight. You don't want to hurt yourself or have tendon problems. These aren't heavy weights, folks. I wouldn't be telling you to. If this is for bodybuilding, yes, I can give advice, but I'm not bodybuilding. You can do the same workouts and use heavier weights if you want to, but you know what I mean? There's 8 billion of us, so I'm sure we would all do this different or put our own spin or different weight amount on it. But to be open-minded is to say they're all right. You know what I mean? As long as they're not, as long as the form isn't hurting that person, that's okay. Even though it might be targeting a different muscle and let them think they're targeting one muscle and they're not. But that's because you got to do isometrics. I think isometrics are very important when you're using dumbbells because you're having to worry about your form. Where it's a machine. When I use heavy weights, I do use heavy weights. Yes, I test out my max and stuff, but I go to the gym and use the machines where the form is already there. All I have to do is grab and pull a certain direction. That if I let go or don't do whatever, that form is still going to be there as long as I'm standing and have my feet planted and my arms in the right position. You know, so I'm not having to worry about balancing anything like I would a dumbbell. Dumbbell and having to make sure they both stay and go up and down together. Whereas a machine, if you put one side, it doesn't matter. Other sides, they're connected together. You know what I mean? That's what I mean by dumbbells. You have to be a little careful when using heavy weights. That's why I use light weights when I use dumbbells, because you have to worry about form and balance. If you want to lift heavy weights and you want to have something where you don't have to worry about the balance, just maybe the form a little and how much strong you're pushing, then you go to the machines that already have the weights there and the pose already there. Just move a few pins and get the exercise you want. Usually those machines will show different muscles that target from moving in 1 inch increments, the pin. Usually the seat can move a bunch of different increments, 7 to 10, and then usually the back seat can move an additional 5 to 10 increments. And every increment will have a photo highlighting different muscle and saying the name of the workout. It's like, whoa, just because I move it from this to this to this. Like most people use that butterfly machine, you know, they'll grab it and do something like this with it. Whereas I like to grab it like this and go out. You know what I mean? Like there's a couple little secrets I use, but I use less weight to do that. That is a good tendon workout. Tendon workouts and stuff like that and heavy weight, yes, I'll use the machine. I don't go to the dumbbell or other than bench press. And I like to train my way up to when I'm ready to bench press. I'll plan the day, week before, maybe 2 weeks, maybe a month before. I'm gonna go and do some bench pressing. Cause I'll be like, oh, I want to see just a little improvement. Maybe not a whole lot, but at least the same that I was at, or a little bit more, a pound or two, 5, 10. But and that's not every time. But I always want to at least maintain close to the number that I feel like I should be comfortable at, because that's important for my work. I'm a handyman and I hire contractors when I need to, whenever I need a job with licensing, which is a lot. So yes, I have to meet contractors in every county, because some just have county licenses. So if I hire one from Orlando and I get to know him very well, yes, I could take him and do a job and probably be fine. But it's better I get to know one in Osceola, Brevard, Volusia, Lake. Unless they all have, some of them have state licenses, which those ones usually cost a lot. So I usually meet the county ones because they're usually a little more affordable. But maybe things are changing, or there's different methods I don't know about, but that's the way I would go about it. And just to share a little tip, if any of you are handyman and you're looking for work, the way that I get work is I search, what's the word again? I was just talking about it this morning. Facilities maintenance, or maintenance facility or facility maintenance companies. And those are companies that search for facilities throughout the whole United States. They're usually based in one state, but have a call center. And boom, they call everywhere and get these contracts with all the prime outlets, all the malls, the Kirklands, the autos. That's how. And the way I get, I just pray. Boom, the phone rings as soon as I'm done saying amen. Hey, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, and I talk to a lot of other people. They don't know about this. So, but yes, maintenance facilities companies. Those are the same. All the companies that call me looking for someone to do commercial jobs nearby. They see I have a vendor number. So. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, that was a good workout. I feel pretty good. I've been doing push-ups and stretching and stuff before I got on camera. And I'm going to go to the gym and walk the dogs here in a minute. I got blankets all on the couch because it's cold this morning, and it keeps the couch clean from the dogs. Because they like to get up there and scratch. So I'm like, well, scratch the blanket. That's okay. When the couch is ruined, it's ruined, but it's still new. Yeah, you was little babies. You liking your blankets? You ready to go past the house? You ready to go see shit? Yeah? You want to go to the park? Why? You want to feed the ducks? The swans? You want to feed the kitties? Oh, you want to feed the kitty? It's a kitty. Look, it's a kitty. Watch out. There's nobody out there. I'm joking. I tricked you? Oh, I'm sorry. Come here. There's nobody there. I'm sorry, Bobo Beeps. You my little Bobo Beeps. Yeah. You always Bodos. You my Bodie Dodos. Is you the girl? Is you Oak Skidley Oakdos? Is you Hamish Gabibble Juniors? Is you my hamburger? Yeah, you little hamburger biscuit skillet fried G Juniors? You little Puchkenheimer whiners. Okay. No jealous, I love both of you. Oh, now he's looking. Sorry, look. Sorry, Area. Sachi on the say. Beijo. Beijo pra Sachi. Gustoso, gashoso, kawawa, boom boom. Eh, pasia, pupu, pasia. You're so booty, you're so booty, What are you trying to tell him? To subscribe? It's over there. Tell him, tap tap. Tell him you need to keep those beats. You need your tweets. I know. Well, we don't get into that yet. That's a long time. Probably 5 years. I have no idea when I'll be monetized. That could take a long time, Bobo. Long time for monetize. I don't know when that could happen. If it even happens. Things gonna happen. I don't know. They're making the hours go up. Before I said I need 1,000 subs. Now it tells me I need 3,000. I'm like, what? The more people that keep getting monetized, they keep raising it because they don't like having to pay too many people. I think that's what it is. That's a lot of money to pay. They want to keep it all, I imagine. And the people who don't meet that criteria, if they get just under, that means who gets it? Probably YouTube. But think about it, all the people that don't get monetized but still got all that stuff, YouTube gets the money for that data. There's a very few of those percent that are actually going to recoup that one day or meet it within the year. If they don't do it within the year, then YouTube gets it or something like that, it says. Oh, that is the scammiest scam I ever seen. They have a time limit on the value and blah, blah, blah. But, hold on, I'm getting the food for the ducks. And then the swan food. Gonna go feed the ducks. Woo-hoo! I got a treat for them today. It's the healthy Dave's Killer one. It has real nutrients in it. 99% of this doesn't, but this is organic all the way around. Whole grain, though, enriched grain, and no sugar. Then I got the bird seeds with the swans, the ducks, all of them eat it. No sugar, no salt. It was super cold this morning. In Florida, it's 39. If you know 39 here, that's like minus 30. Wait, guys. Hold on. I'll be right back. Click subscribe. I'll be right back. It's that white box in the top right of your screen. Click it. Do it now. Just do it. Do it. Okay, wait. Come on. I gotta carry one at a time. Wait, okay. Espera, Pinky. Right. Wait a minute. Got me? Come on. Okay, you ready? You want to take a shower or too cold? Later. Put the heater on, you think? I'll give you a blow dryer, that way you get warm. You're a good boy. He was 13 years old now. Soon you're 14? You knew him get the olds. Tell him you can make it to 25. It's possible. I don't know. I've seen these dogs live 20 or older. I hope so. Hopefully, buddy. Hopefully we get your teeth fixed. Or something with them. Okay. Alright, you ready? Come on. I'll take this down first. We'll come back for the phone. Oh yeah, subscribe. It's up there. The white box. Subscribe. Alright, let's go feed the swans. Yeah, I do home repairs and redesigns. I went to computer and design school. I went to trade school for that. So I'm able to fully remodel any house, new construction or old. Yeah, I just closed pull screen repair. I just closed a pretty big, more than 10K for sure, job on that. And I like doing that because I get to employ some people. Part-time, not full-time yet, but I'm getting there. But my actual goal is to work independently. I just get help when I need it. Or if the job is big and I can't take it on because I'm working another job, I'll subcontract it out. or paper contractor, if you will. I'll just have another contractor that's licensed, put my name on it, and it's legal in Florida. But it's called paper contractor, Florida. It means I don't have a contractor's license, so I don't have the necessary. I didn't like work with a company that trades, so they taught me stuff like that for years and years. So for the last 10 years, I've done that. That's how I paid my rent. So I've been pretty successful. God's blessed me with clients as I need them. And my goal isn't to make money, it's to make the client happy and see how I can help them. One piece of advice is, if you are looking for clients, never use the word sell. Always replace that with the word help. And generally mean it. Try to help them. Don't sell them. They can see through your agenda. They can usually tell if you have a spiel, if you're trying to sell a product, like a magazine company. We got this, and this, only nine, blah, 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 blah. It's like, just go there and see what they need. See how you can help them. Put the client first and the money will follow after. That's always been my motto. I've done it the other way around. It doesn't work. Maybe sometimes, but I'm telling you, nothing works better like putting them first. And then you'll see it follows. Not everyone's good or bad, but as long as you, I think, keep in prayer, and if you do have some issues here and there or some mistakes, that's okay. Just keep going forward. Keep staying in faith, and usually those mistakes turn into wisdom. The mistakes of the past is the wisdom of the future. So just make sure you learn from them. And you pay attention to life. You don't think life is happening to you and blah, blah, blah for no reason. You pay attention to hindsight of why things happen and what happened. I think that's why God created time and history, so we can learn from mistakes. And we can see what happens from billions of examples. There's no situation that we haven't seen before that's happening today. Just in a different form, different material, different person, different time. Maybe a different magnitude, but it's the same old, same old. If you pay attention, the lessons the Creator put are there, whether you believe in science or religion, or math, science, religion, whatever. But when you see history repeating itself, it's a really famous quote. It's because it's true. It repeats itself because it's mathematically going to happen when you do the same thing, and the Creator has made his ways known. You can't try to force in some way that he doesn't approve. It doesn't go good. We got free will to an extent until you start burning and sacrificing babies to Baal and stuff like that. That's when God steps in and says, all right, enough for the free will for this place. That's why he wiped out Babylon, Egypt, and more. Sodom, Gomorrah. But yeah. King Nebuchadnezzar and Zebediah, Babylon. And he sent Jeremiah down there to give the message to them. Hopefully the swans are here. It was really cold this morning, so they might be hiding. But yesterday we came here, it was just the ducks. So that's okay. I know them all anyway, so as long as I feed some of them, I'll be happy. I'm sure they'll be good as long as they're not sleeping. Sometimes I sleep in until 10, 11. I've seen those ducks. When it's cold. When it's hot, they're up early, like 7, 8. The white flamingo birds, whatever those are called. Yeah, they're down there. Here they come. Come on, guys. Hey, guys. Okay. Okay, one landed there. Okay. Sometimes I'll see them flying coming to me, and then one will fly. I've seen one hit something, like fly into the pole or fly into the cage. I felt bad when that happened one time. But there he is. He survived. Woo, it was cold this morning, buddy. You made it. I know. I bet you had your head tucked in. Come on. We're going to feed him out of the cup. I call him Bill because he's missing half his bill. He, she, I don't know, but honestly can't tell with the mallards. I forgot. I know how to tell with the Maccabee. I just forgot. I'll look it up again. Click subscribe. Double tap the screen. Thank you. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the subscriptions. You can see his tongue. Hey guys. They do got blue eyes. They're nice looking birds. They're not aggressive, but they intimidate the ducks for some reason. Yeah, I pray for this guy to survive, because that he doesn't get any kind of infection or anything because of his mouth. Oh, there's the rest of them. Hey buddy, how's your wing? Are you flying yet? Hey, be nice. Okay, let me get him some more food. Daddy, be nice to the ducks. Come on. I'll give you a treat in 1 minute. Hold on, Hennis. Thank you, Nun. They're hungry, buddy. They don't got refrigerators. Yeah. Am I allowed to feed the ducks? Yeah. Why wouldn't I be allowed to feed the ducks? It's not an endangered species. There's no signs that says don't feed animals. They don't belong to anyone. They're community birds. You're not allowed to hunt. They're protected. But yes, you can give them healthy food. Actually, you can give them anything you want, but I don't give them unhealthy food. Plus, they're pretty smart. Smarter than humans. If you give them something that's crap, they'll just look at it and leave it there. You can't tell what that is? Somebody read that question slowly. Is that a duck or a chicken? I mean, how can you not tell? Do you not know what a chicken looks like? Like, bro, how can you even type if you don't know that? That's what you learned that in kindergarten. I don't want to be a chicken or a duck. Quack, quack, quack. Look. There's a missing cat. It says warning. Something last seen. I didn't make you sad. Get out of here with that. God, the generation is so soft today. People looking to be coddled. I'm rude because I thought you don't know what that is? It's a chicken. It's a chicken, bro. Oh, well, go cry a little bit more. Get it out of your system, bro. It's better out than in. Meaning, don't hold it out. Don't hold it in. Get it out. Don't hold those tears inside. That'll make you depressed. Get them out. Let them out, bro. You can cry here. Man, you're crying and talking gangster. Same time. You made me cry. No cat, dog. I cried. It's like, what? Little sad baby gangster over here. Like, bro, no cat. I cried. Oh, okay. Alright. If you troll, I'm gonna troll. That's just the way it go, ain't it? I think you got out-trolled here. I think he's seeking some artificial intelligent condolence. You know, all those bot accounts where it's like all women that are way too pretty, but people act like they're real. They'll comment on their phone like, oh, thank you, honey. No, and it's an Indian 12-year-old hiding behind a blonde 30-year-old's account doing the romance scam. Fake profile, fake profile. But some people have 0 comments. Their only comments are fake profile comments. Even I've seen a lot of moderators that are the same. They're like somehow people that swindled the channel into letting them be a moderator. It's like, bro, I can smell it from a mile away. You're a scam or a troll. Scam or troller, it's the same in my book. Trying to ruin my time, trolling. Trying to ruin my money, scam. It's the same. But never let what someone says or does control the outcome of your day. Because if so, they win, you know what I mean? You just don't respond, you let it go. Or if you do pay attention, don't let it be for more than a minute. A few minutes, however minute. So, that's it. Hold on, boom, boom. The Florida sunshine. Bing, bing. Yeah, no, it's Florida. This is Orlando. This is if you go down this road, maybe 20 minutes or less walking, you'll be at City Walk. Shut up, Lucky. Relax. He barks at everything. He barks at squirrels, ducks, everything, because he thinks I'm gonna feed it. So he's jealous. You happy, Lucky? You feel better now? Okay. Yeah, I think the shorter they are, the more short man syndrome they have. That's why Chihuahuas are so angry barking. That's probably why most women bark or argue the most. They feel weaker. They feel that's their only way to defense is verbally, you know. And that's why the big dogs are usually more calm. Yeah, they already know that physically they're capable, so they don't gotta bark as much. But yeah, that's the Maltese Shih Tzu. That's Lucky, the Sachi. Para Sachi, no más leche. Você feliz por leche, Pum Pum? Pum Pumzinho. É pouco gostoso, gostoso cachorro. Yeah. Now there's a shortcut where I go through these bushes behind this building, and it takes me to a big grass area. I'm gonna take them there now. And then there's this. There's that bridge down there over the water. They like walking there too. Scam call. I get that same call every day almost. Yeah, that's the Florida sun right there. Bling blinging in the eye, in the camera. Bling bling. See, there's the hole in the bushes there. Click that like button and subscribe. We're right up there. Boom, they got that filled. You guys ready? Ready? Vem, pula, pula. Area, pula, pula. Vem, Pepe. Area, come on. Good girl. You ready? Come on. One, two, and pew. And go see Lucky. Passear, Pum Pum. I know I'm not tripping. He looked like he went to the bathroom, but ain't nothing there. Huh. Oh, there it is. Oops. I'll take that off camera. That's gross. Sorry. We still got more seeds if we run into the swans. Good boy. Thank you, Lucky. Pensachi. Ah, both of you jumped up there? Good boy, good girl. Here, we'll go the back way. Instead of going through the shortcut we just came from, we'll go out to the street. I'll show you the Universal entrance, which is really like 2 minutes away. But to get all the way in the city walking inside, it's like to the Panda Express, it's like 20-minute walk. 15. But literally right across the street there is Universal. And a bunch of Universal hotels, like Portofino Bay or Universal Resort hotels, and they're made to look like the Portofino Bay hotel in Italy, the same color with the river and the boats outside. So that's the same place I live. It's similar to that. It's Portofino Apartments instead of the hotel. Hold on. Sorry, another scam call. I answer all of them because you never know who could be a client. So, always got to stay optimistic. Don't let the world make you bitter. Always stay humble and cautious, both. Right at that light, that's the Universal. There's a big entrance. There's another entrance back there. This is the Universal Boulevard. That's good, that Lee Bistro restaurant right there. Asian cuisine, that place is good though. Uh-oh, I got 2 viewers, let me find out. Thanks for watching. Thanks for clicking the subscribe and the like button. The little double tap button up there. Yeah. You relaxing, Bobo? That's Universal, that sign there. It says, "Welcome to Universal." See, that says Universal there. Universal Studios. The LED lights. They gotta be pretty light to show in the daytime too. I think it's the OLED. I think they're like OLED displays. Or some kind of outdoor LED thing. But yeah, that's the entrance to Universal Studios there. You can get in through there, or you can keep going down and you're coming to the back of City Walk. Or you can also go to one of the hotels and take the boats. That's a cool way to get in Universal. Take the boats. Go to one of the 4 or 5 hotels, the Portofino, the Lowe's one, and take the boat, and you take the boat into Universal that way instead of walking through the front of Universal. So that's you don't have to pay either way. It's free to get in the City Walk, but that's just how you navigate that one. Bless Medical Center. I'm looking for places spelt wrong now to see if they're scam places. There's the Leering Centers. I'm sure there's some here, but they look legit though, and they have good reviews. And the reviews are old, like pretty old. So yeah, I guess that's not everywhere. It's some places. But it's sad how one event. Well, that's not that sad. $9 billion can make anyone. Point out the issues with the state, or especially just one community within the state. Whoa, 89% of the fraud was committed by Somalia. That's crazy. It's like the truth coming to light, kind of like the Hunter Biden laptop. How all those videos came out of Hunter Biden smoking drugs. I was like, whoa. Dude was, and then he's like, he went to rehab. So then another video came out of Hunter Biden in rehab, in the hot tub, in the rehab hot tub, smoking the rock stuff. Yeah, those videos are still up today. There's like a few montages of like 10 different videos of him with drugs. One of them, he had like 5, 6 Filipino-year-olds, but they were like 4 or 5 years old. And he had a bunch of them around, and he was naked just with a little towel, like a massage towel, and had all the kids rubbing on his leg. That was one of the laptop pictures. So yeah, there's some stuff that definitely goes on. And even if that Somalia thing is true, you know, the government, doesn't matter what side, left or right, had to know about it. And know about it for 10 years and let billions and billions just keep going out the door? No way. They were making something. And if it's both sides and they come to an agreement to where no one gets in trouble, or they find some guy to take the fall and pay him to go to prison for 10 to 15 years, get out a millionaire. Or put him in there and put him in witness protection while everybody thinks he's locked up, but he's not. But yeah, that's crazy. 9 billion that they found. It's probably a lot more. Yeah, that's crazy. 9 billion. And they kept going place after place after place after place. Then he would go to a normal daycare to show, yes, you sign in like this. Here are brochures. Here's a button you press for visitors to come in. And the other person on the other side opens, and yeah, it's just a current event. It's not really politics. It's people will say don't talk about politics, but really it's a current event. Politics is like talking about the Republican or the Democratic view of it. There's no point of view on this. This is just reality, facts, what you see as journalists reporting. And obviously there's action being done, so there must be some facts behind it. And you can feel the inflection of the video if it's cap or not, you know what I mean? Just kind of, I don't know, but interesting to see what happens, and if so, who it happens to, and how that decision was made. Just definitely curious about the current event. Saw another video last night of a guy, old man, putting $110,000 into a Bitcoin ATM, sending it to a scammer. Uh-oh, we're having stroller wars. Can y'all click that subscribe button up there? Tap me up. Tap. Tap me up. Tap me up. Tap me up. Tap me up. Tap dance on the phone with your screen, with your fingers. You gotta crawl like a spider on the screen. That's how you tap. Make sure to get 5 taps in like that. Now they got what they call the double tap lag. You tap twice, it ain't enough. You got a triple tap, maybe 5. I noticed that on trying to give other people thumbs up. Yeah, I like these apartments. They're pretty good. See, they start back here, the Portofino. I like the sun. Florida sun is always bling blinging. Blingy right now. Florida sun. That's how I know when I cross state line from Georgia to Florida, by looking up at the sun. But like, thing just got bigger and hotter and more blingier. They say the Lord, the Creator, is light. Well, everything light touches, I guess he's examining. Whew. If he's light, boy, it must be here, because it's hot. No, they say the Creator is omnipresent, which means timeless. Everywhere, every place, everything. And there is no end that he can't see. That's omnipresent. Kind of how a computer knows all of its content and everywhere you go, no matter what. And it can easily access any file within a second, or a command can do whatever. And it'll always have the data there, and it can hold billions and billions of megabytes of data. But yeah, of course, you think if we can create just like him, what do you think he can do? He made us and we make this stuff, of course. And people that worship individual souls and spirits, I think that's crazy. Why wouldn't you want to know the one who created all? The one who created those spirits, the Creator. Of course, the Creator is going to be more powerful than one of his byproducts. I'm telling you. There's going to be good and evil in the world. If you just accept everything, then that means you're accepting both good and evil. It's like, yeah, a few demons can come and join my chat. That's okay. Yeah, as long as, but they get out of line, you got to let them know. Or, you know what I mean? If you let a bunch of cultures come in, eventually one culture takes over, and that's how you get countries. People only accept so much before it starts becoming diverse too much. You want to unify, not diversify. The only way to unify is the people that agree upon one set of moral standards. But hopefully this guy stops in front of that. Oh man, this guy, when you have a landscaping company, you're supposed to stop cutting the grass when someone walks by because of how quick the wind can blow in any direction. So, I could tell he didn't do that. Most landscapers do. So, but hopefully he lets me pass through without kicking dirt up. But we'll see. Hopefully we could do some more stuff like that. If I can feed and pet the swans again. Yeah, he didn't like having to wait. Oh, well, that's human. It's normal to be irritable. That's okay. No, but when I see someone, I stop. Whether I'm on the blower or I'm on the mower, I quit because I know how quick that wind can blow up and blow in someone's eye. Especially because I got a stroller. Definitely, I always stop. Some people tell me, no, go ahead. But I wait, let him get ahead about 20 feet. And I cut the machine back on. So you don't want to, it's just a courteous thing to do. And plus I learned we would lose clients like that because some people would complain. And then the apartment manager would contact our company and we'd lose that client. But after one warning, sometimes the one warning we wouldn't even get that. We'd just lose the client. Yeah. So, and usually it was in the contract rules to where if there was a complaint or something like that, they didn't have to pay for that month. So there was a few things I ran into like that. I don't know. É passei a breve. An hour and 30 minutes. Whoa. Yeah, I know. I gotta improve on the chat. Come on, guys. Watch him go home. Go home. She'll wait for me. Hold on. Let me put this back. I'm trying to put your thing up. I gotta get the jacket back up so it can close. I left the jacket in there, but oh, but that's I open the door. Wait, Lucky, wait. Hey, buddy, don't go look in the trash can. Hold on. Okay, good boy. Okay, had it coming. I like those digital doors. It has a normal key lock, but I almost never bring my key. And when the battery dies, it'll start letting you know a few hundred times before. And that hasn't died yet. I've had it there for a long time. Not a long time, but 3 or 4 months. More than 4 months now? 5 months? Uh-oh. Well, you want your treats? You wait for your treats? You wait for your treats. Let me find out. You guys been waiting on the treat. Here. Here, I put in a smaller piece for you. Good boy, good girl. Tell him bye-bye. Click subscribe. Make with Mike. What's up, King Fire? I did the workout, fed the birds, and walked back home. I done talked forever. I'll make sure I check you out later, see what you went up to. I'll comment or definitely leave a few likes on whatever your latest stuff is. But happy Friday, y'all. I'll let you know how the pool job's coming along.